once again. All right, once again, we're back in the stew.
We're back. To listen to the full episode, go to patreon.com/lifethroughfiction. That's patreon.com/lifethroughfiction. What are we talking about today, Andrew? What have you been doing? Me
I watched
first?
a lot of movies as usual. I watched a lot of movies in theaters, and talking about the week of movie watching. This particular week, I watched a lot of movies in theaters.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say what movies you want. I thought you were gonna get in.
I mean, you know, I went to the theater 3 times this week.
Damn.
I saw Mississippi Masala. Good movie. It's a newly restored. It's on Criterion now. Criterion Collection Blu-ray. But I watched at the art museum. It's an early Denzel Washington movie directed by someone named an Indian woman named Mira Nair. And it is a 1991 romantic comedy about an Indian family who are from Uganda. So tons of Indians were taken to Uganda to build like a railroad by the British, and then a bunch of them stayed. So at one point, like in the midst, in like the late, in the 20th century, there was like a big community of Indians that lived in Uganda. They're basically Ugandan Indians, right? But then like a dictator rose up in Uganda and they kicked all the Asian people out. And so this Indian family like moved around, and then they ended up in Mississippi, and the adult daughter meets Denzel Washington, who lives in Mississippi, and they kind of fall in love. And it's complicated because, there's some he's a Black American guy and, all this stuff, and really good.
Wow.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Really kind of, good romantic comedy. You know what I mean? Like, it kind of has everything I want in one of those movies, in that, like, it's sexy, it's funny, it's complex in its relationships with culture, regarding culture and race, but it was very felt very real. Yeah, that was really good. I liked it quite a bit. I would watch it again. It's very nice. Good 90s movie too. And Denzel Washington, one of my favorite actors of all fucking time.
One of the greats.
Really good early performance by him. He's got so much swag. He's swagged out. Like he's swagged. So awesome. I like that one. It's good.
It's dope, man.
Yeah. And I watched everything everywhere all at once. I saw the theater.
Yeah.
When we started watching the movie, for maybe the first like 15 or 20 minutes, there was a guy sitting in front of us who kept on falling asleep.
Like snoring?
Like snoring really loud. And then eventually, like, him and the guy next to him just left, and they never came back. Like, he could not fall asleep. I think it must be like a condition, like where like when
he had like narcolepsy or something.
Yeah, like you're in a room and then someone turns the light off and it's like a little dark and you can't help but fall asleep. It was really like crazy.
Wow.
But the movie was fine. Is
it worth seeing in theaters?
It probably is.
Okay.
I think it was good. It's fun. It's engaging. It's funny. The action's good. It's colorful. It's bright. The cast is really good. It's a really good cast. Sometimes the writing the way that the movies, I'm not going to spoil anything, but the way that the writing kind of got annoying, like the way that characters talk was a little annoying sometimes.
Okay.
And the structure of the movie is a little weird. But it's a fun movie. Definitely overrated.
Yeah.
Sorry. I can't help but feel, I don't know. The audience really loved it. We were watching it, and the audience really, I think, was digging it. But
good for them. Yeah.
I think it's somewhere in the middle. I think it's just a good, solid, nice movie.
Okay.
So yeah. The best movie of the year, though, so far, though, is The Northman, which I watched in theaters.
I also saw it in theaters.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Northman.
Fucking rocked.
It does. It does rock. I think like one of the big complaints people have been having with this movie is
It's
like
racist. No, okay.
is like it's like somehow supposed to be like an art house film, but it's also like this big budget film. And it is kind of like walking this fine line. And I know like the production companies are like biting their nails about it because they're not making as much money as they thought they would because it's the audience is kind of weird for it.
Fuck them.
I mean, the action scenes, like that scene early on where he like catches
Oh
the
my
spear
God.
and he goes into the
Where
village,
they destroy the village. That's one of the
fucking
craziest
insane.
fucking scenes. It's so fucking crazy. And they burn the kids alive. That's crazy. Shit is
Oh, Jesus.
nuts.
It's like that fucking wonder. I mean, my
Yeah,
God,
amazing.
it's
A lot
just
of a lot of
insane.
oneers.
A
The
lot
movie's
of
primarily
wonders.
oneers,
Yeah,
like pretty much.
and
Like,
just, I mean, like the fucking action scenes are so well choreographed. It is insane.
yeah, it seems like it would be very difficult.
Spectacular, really is.
It's a good movie. Yeah.
Did you
Yeah, I was
like
very
it?
happy with it.
How do you feel it rates relative to Eggers' other work?
I think I will go from best to worst: Lighthouse, Northman, Witch.
Yeah, I mean, Lighthouse definitely number one. I don't
I think it's
know.
good.
I like Northman a lot, and it's definitely like one of the best films I've seen in theaters this year. But
It's the best for me so
I mean,
far.
it's probably the best film I've seen in theaters. I haven't seen a lot of films in theaters, so it probably is the best. But I, I don't know. I just think like I don't know why it didn't hit the same way. Lighthouse and even The Witch did. I think I mean, it looks so good, and it's just spectacular overall. I don't know like what's like holding me back. Like I just like
It's
something
fine.
about like those kind of like small like
I
with
don't
The
think the movie
Witch
was
and
perfect.
Lighthouse.
I don't think the movie
No,
was perfect. It's good. It's really good.
I mean, it is absolutely incredible. I just don't know, like, for me, I don't know what it is that I'm like, it's just not hitting the same way. Even The Witch
Yeah.
does. Now I know why that is. I don't know.
It's just different. It's very Northman's also very just different from his other movies. His other movies are very like low key, very small cast. They're like filmed on one location. Northman has a
Hmm.
huge cast, tons of extras. They go to like fucking tons of locations. It's just a
Yeah,
different movie entirely.
for
But
sure.
I think he succeeds.
I think so too. Yeah.
Yeah, fucking rocked. Yeah, definitely. I think probably best movie of the year so far for me. It's like for me, it's like best the movies of the year are like Northman, Ambulance, Everything Everywhere, RRR, Jackass 4. Yeah, top 5 for me there.
Yeah. I don't even know what did I even see in theaters this year? I've been in the theater so little. Yeah. I mean, like the only movies I've seen in theaters this year are like I saw West Side Story, Serrano, The
Mhm.
Batman, this. Like I haven't seen fucking anything in theaters this year. Yeah, because Licorice Pizza was last year.
Yeah.
I gotta go to the theaters
The
more,
only
man.
the next movie I want to see in theaters is like The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. That's the only other movie out in theaters
Yeah,
right now I'd like to watch soon.
yeah,
And of
I'd love
course,
to
Doctor
see it.
Strange 2 is coming out soon, which
That comes
you'll probably
out
go see.
May
Comes out
6th.
Friday, I think.
Yeah, comes
Yeah.
out Friday. I'll probably go see it. Although, like, I've been like
Yeah.
back and forth because, like, I know like you're supposed to fucking watch like WandaVision and all the other TV stuff, but I'm not gonna do it.
Whatever. Just
I'm just
fucking
gonna
go
go
see
see
it.
it. I'm just
No,
gonna
just
go
go
see
see
it.
the
Like, I don't
movie.
care. I'm just gonna go see the
Fuck
movie.
it.
I'll figure it out. And if I don't figure it out, doesn't matter. Like I want to see Sam
Yeah,
Raimi making a fucking superhero movie. Like, that's what I just want to see
it better
some
be
weird
good.
shit. I've heard
Better be fucking good.
I've heard mixed. It's been mixed. We'll
Yeah.
see. But it's still early. We'll see. I hope I think it'll be fun.
We'll
I
see.
hope so.
You'll let me know. I don't want to see it in
I'll let
theaters.
you know. I
They
will
they put it
I'll
on
give you the
Disney
rundown.
Plus. They put these movies on Disney Plus so quickly. I just don't feel the need to watch it in
Yeah, it'll
theaters.
be on Disney Plus by like the middle of the summer, by like July probably. So
Yeah.
no reason. No reason to go
Yep.
out of your way.
Yeah, but other than Unbearable Weight is the only one I'm looking forward to watching maybe this week. Those are
Yeah,
all the
that'll be
movies though that week that I saw in theaters. I don't know. You got anything else? I got some others, but
I have been watching. Okay, so movie wise, if we do movies first, before we get into
sure.
TV stuff, I I think I only watched one other movie because haven't been, I have not been keeping up on my movie watching. I must admit, other than the
That's fine.
Northman, which
That's
is
fine.
it was fuck. I think it was
You see that by
last Friday.
yourself,
Yeah, Emily won't go. This was on a Sunday. I went to Northman on Sunday, and Emily still won't go.
Oh, okay.
Emily does not like going in the movie theater. Like she would rather. She doesn't really like watching movies, and she doesn't like going to the movie theater. So it's almost always a solo experience. So I usually go during the week because there's like no one ever there. But
Yep.
a movie I did watch with Emily because she wasn't feeling well and she wanted to watch one of her like kind of feel good movies, which is Wedding Crashers, which I had never seen Wedding Crashers before, even though like I'm a 20 something who like I remember that movie when I was a kid. Like everyone had
Yeah,
seen
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Like everyone like talked about it. And it's like a movie like your parents watch and all that shit. And honestly, I was pleasantly surprised by it. The Owen Wilson Vince Vaughn duo, they've made some pretty shitty films together. Let's be real. And
I think they've made two, and I've seen both of them.
it's the only other one, The
Right?
Internship. I thought they've done more than that. Maybe is that
Maybe
it?
I'm wrong. What's
Maybe they've
another
only
one?
done those two together. I don't know. I just assumed that they had made more together. I don't know.
I
Maybe
I think
not.
it's only those two. I've seen
uh,
both recently. Yeah.
yeah, I know. I know you watched. I think we even talked about The Internship on this
Yeah.
podcast before, and
I think we
you know,
have. Yeah.
we
Not a
know
fan.
the thoughts. Not a fan. I was honestly pleasantly surprised by Wedding Crashers. I had, and part of it is perhaps just because I had like so low expectations. Like I thought this movie was just going to be trash, and there's definitely a lot of parts of it that aren't great. It's
Yeah.
not a perfect film. It's very sexist in that kind of early 2000s way. Just like the way so many of those films in like the mid 2000s rom-coms were oddly sexist for no real
Hell
reason.
yeah. And also homophobic and transphobic. Very
Yep,
trans.
and
These movies
homo
are these movies are
very.
very transphobic. I mean, like that is the
Mhm.
worst part about these movies that has aged the fucking everything about it has aged kind of badly, but almost these like sex comedies like in the early to mid 2000s, they will always have like a joke about like like a transgender woman, it's just it
Mhm.
happens every time like clockwork. And it's just like, oh fuck, that sucks.
Yeah,
Awful.
it's just definitely not great. But some of the things I will say is like I genuinely love Owen Wilson. I think he's
Yeah, he's
just a
good.
good time. Vince Vaughn, I
He's
mean,
a good actor. He's legitimately good.
he's a legitimately good actor when given the opportunity. I don't think they're given anything really spectacular in this film to do. One thing I was surprised by, and I always forget this when I watch these movies, is like if Wedding Crashers was made in 2022, like all of the scenes that are at the fancy house or like are on a boat or like they're riding through like a forest or whatever, they would 100% be CGI and they would look like shit. And the thing about like
Yeah.
these like mid 2000s rom-com is like when they're on a boat, like they're legitimately sitting on a boat and there's like some genuinely good looking shots in this film. Like there's things that are like, oh, like they put some thought and effort into this. Like it's not just like
I guess yeah.
complete
Yeah.
shit. And it's like like usually like
Ultimately they are just sitting on a boat though. Like
ultimately
they're
it's
not
just
doing
people
much.
sitting on a boat talking, right? There's nothing like spectacular about it, but it's like the kind of films like these kind of rom-coms that are made today, like they won't even go through the effort of like even trying to make it look good. And
Yeah.
this fails in a lot of ways. Although Christopher Walken, always a good time.
Yeah, yeah,
Always
he's
good
good.
times,
He's a good
Christopher
actor.
Walken. Um, but it looks a lot better than I thought it would. And I think part of it also is I think it was remastered because it like looks like it was shot. Like it looks like legitimately like someone remastered it. So we might watch on HBO. So I think like Warner Brothers like recently remastered this because this was like a 4K rendition of this. I'm like,
Yeah.
there's no way. Like I had
Do
to
you have a
look like,
4K TV?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It looks like it genuinely looks pretty good. And I was pleasantly surprised. Like I didn't even know I knew the film was old, but I was surprised that the film came out in 2005, by the way, because it does not look like a 2005 film. partly because it was probably shot on film, honestly.
Yeah.
And I mean, nothing great to say about it. Nothing spectacular. Like I said, we talked about it's problematic in a lot of different ways, but honestly, I don't regret watching it. Like it was fine to turn on and just eat some Vietnamese food and just like chill at the house. So
Let's go.
it was a chill experience overall.
Very good. Yeah. I'm just kind of whatever on it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like it, but I didn't hate it. I like it. I've seen worse. I've
Yeah.
seen worse. And that's pretty much how I feel about it.
Mm-hmm.
I barely remember anything about it, to be honest. And I watched it not that long ago. That's just how it is. But it's not awful. It's not, I don't know. It's not awful by any means. It's just kind of whatever for
Yeah.
me. Yep. Yep. Another movie I thought aged really well, just to kind of go back and forth a little bit, was a Titanic. I saw Titanic for the first time ever. Never seen it before my entire life. I'm a big fan of Cameron.
Insane. Love Cameron.
I love Terminator.
Mm-hmm.
I like Aliens.
Mm-hmm.
I like Terminator 2. I like Avatar. I'm going to see Avatar 2 in theaters. Definitely. Absolutely going to see it. It's coming out soon. It's coming out this year, supposedly. I'm going to fucking go back to Navi. We're going back.
Fuck off.
It's going to be so exciting. I'm definitely going to rewatch Avatar as well. I got to rewatch that. But yeah, never seen Titanic. Fucking over 3 hour movie. Long, it's over 3 hours long.
As long as fuck.
And it's not really a movie that's up my alley. It's not really my style, but it's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good movie. It is like really cool. If you think about it, like the movie is split up in kind of two ways. You get the first half of the movie, which is kind of like, you get the intro where they find the boat, and then the romance, right?
Yeah.
And the romance is fine. They do their little thing, it's kind of cute. They kind of have decent chemistry. They're not the best actors in my opinion, but they're fine. I like Billy Zane a lot. Billy Zane as the villain was perfect.
Billy Zane is great.
Really fun. He's really fucking funny. And then the last half, like 90 minutes or like 60 minutes, is just kind of like the boat crashing. Like
the boat crashes for like an hour at least. It crashes for a really long time.
I know it, and that's kind of how it went, right? Because like before, like after they crash into the iceberg, they're like, "How long do we have?" They're like, "Maybe an hour or two," and you're like, "Fuck, okay." And that's what you get. You basically get like the last hour or so of the boat. And I don't know. I was very impressed by that whole part of the movie because it's just kind of like how people react to it. You know what I mean? It's like it's about as close as we're gonna get to how it actually happened, to the real event actually happening. I'm sure there's embellishments, dramatic embellishments, but it's kind of scary. Like it's a legitimately like scary like part of the movie when the ship is sinking. Just tons of water everywhere, like real water everywhere. Explosions and like the threat of being electrocuted and people falling. I think CGI when it's used pretty well, especially when they when it's like far away and like you have to see like
it's not
people
bad.
fall. It's like, oh my god, there's a person falling. I don't know. I was really impressed by that part of the movie. I was surprised by it because, like I said, like there's nothing really like romantic about it. It's just the boat sinking and how everyone kind of dealt with it. And it sucks, because it's like that would suck in real life. It's terrifying when they're all like when the boat sinks and everybody in the life vests are like thrashing around the water and there's like no lights, just the light from the moon, and it's like dark and just the light from the moon. Like that's scary.
Fucking terrifying.
That's fucked up. It's a long movie. There's a lot of things in it, but like I said, not my style. I prefer Terminator or Avatar. But Titanic it's there's just so much craft going on, and you know, it's a subject that James Cameron obviously like cared about a lot,
Fucking loves the
and
ocean.
he loves the ocean. He loves learning about Titanic and shit. Yeah, it was fine. It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.